Never Stop Racing, Part 1. I would say my interpretation of Never Stop Racing is never giving up on that dream of winning, no matter what position you're in, whether it's consistently fighting for it or it's kind of that motivation because you're fighting at the back or you're not in the position that you want to be. It's to kind of keep pushing in every area that you can to reach the goal that you as an individual or you as a team want to achieve. Our fans, when they hear Never Stop Racing, you want it to just inspire them to go on and reach for their goals, their dreams, whatever they may be, whether that's within racing or within any other aspects of the world. Same as getting to Formula One is never easy, same as becoming an astronaut or becoming the best footballer, whatever it is, to fight for it, I guess, because things don't come easy. If you keep fighting, you keep trying to build what's around you, then hopefully eventually you can reach your goals. Other sportsmen, I've always had respect for. I want to understand more about what they do, how they do it, mindsets and headspaces. The more you slowly start to understand, the more it's only going to help you realize true potential, because the more you can learn, the better for yourself. How I would describe a mindset of a racing driver, there isn't a defined mindset or a single bracket that you have to be within. You know, I think everyone finds their own way of doing things. But as long as you have those other qualities, the hardworking, the determination, a good team around you, you know, that's the minimum level. Then everything else is find what suits you as an individual. Athletes probably perform at their best level when they're kind of getting into that subconscious mind rather than thinking, you know, I've got to brake here, I've got to do this, I've got to turn, I've got to accelerate. As soon as you're just thinking of these things, you're just slowing yourself down. So you got to be able to just go out and predict things rather than wait for things to happen. But all of those things come in a very natural, subconscious way. So almost some of the best laps you do are the ones where you're like, oh, I just did the lap and it just happened. Things are just flowing. Every individual has their own dreams and aspirations. And of course, mine is winning, is standing on the top step. But I started racing just because I love to drive, not because I just want to win the race. Even though it's like 99% of it is the winning and standing on the top step. It's the sense of accomplishment within the team, making the team happy, giving them what they work hard for, rather than the sense of self-accomplishment. My biggest source of motivation, my team, people with the correct understanding, the correct knowledge, people who can work together, motivate one another, support one another. My big goal is just to win a Drivers' Championship. The hardest goal of them all is to achieve that, and I'm sure it's an incredible feeling. So that's my goal. I just want to win. A time when deep down there was the most pressure was Abu Dhabi last season, just because I felt like I had the whole team on my shoulders at that point. A lot of people like depending on you in that moment to get the team the championship or not, either make them very happy or for them to not be as happy. And I knew I had to deliver. It wrote a cool story, so it was a pleasure to be part of it. I think people have many different ways to reset. Mine is just go home and be normal for a little time, which sounds simple, but yeah, trying to disconnect from the fact I'm a racing driver and there's a lot of people relying on you. It's difficult to sometimes just get away from it. The best thing for me has always been sports and being with my friends and quietness, getting away from people. There's also just a lot of people, you know, that's the environment that we're living in and we work in. So for me, sometimes just getting away and being on my own for a bit is actually a good thing. I started driving just because I loved to drive the go-karts, not because I knew I was going to be in Formula One, not because I didn't even know what Formula One was when I started racing, you know. So when Formula One becomes your goal, I think it changes a bit. You become more fixated on results and winning and the glory of things. But deep down, then you got to remind yourself, like, I didn't do it for these reasons at the beginning. I do it because I just get to drive past cars and have a bit of fun. The best part of the weekend, being on the grid, getting ready, your engines are firing up, you do the formation lap, and then you kind of stop. You're just waiting, and it's kind of such a relaxing but such a tense moment, because you know within a matter of seconds it's about to be chaos, and you're not able to predict any of these things. You don't know how your start's going to be, you don't know what other people are going to do. There's so many just unknowns, and I think it's like a very cool moment. Your mind's kind of going crazy, but it's also very focused at the same time. So that's always the moment for me, which is like the most nerve-wracking, the most exciting, scary, whatever it is. Like those are the ones where your heart feels like it's racing more than any other time. I don't know if I want to be remembered for being a racing driver or not. My dream of becoming a world champion, that's a personal thing. That's not something I wish for people to remember me by probably in 30 years, because I think the world quickly moves on and probably doesn't mean a lot in 30 years time. So yeah, probably just for being a good person more than anything.